Hey everybody, OT here. Hey, I was going to write out directions and everything, but I didn't see any reason to. Let me back this up some. Okay, this long shaft here is a wooden dowel. Okay? It's the backbone of this whole thing. Right here is your, not sure what you would call this, your counterweight. That's about the best I can think of. Anyhow, I just used the 2x4 that's about, well, let's see, about 8-9 inches long, maybe 10 inches long, with a hole drill in the center, the same diameter as the wooden dowel. And then I glued it to the dowel. See, everything spins when I spin this. Okay? Now, as far as how far up the wooden dowel, just far enough to where it doesn't hit anything on the ground. And when I pull down on the pump stick, my hands don't hit the counterbalance, if that's the correct term. I took a piece of PVC pipe, which you don't need, but if you want to change your spindles, it's a good thing to have. I just cut it maybe 4 inches long, crammed one end onto the dowel, and then the other end I use for my spindle. Okay, on the other end here, I drilled a hole through the dowel. Okay, that's for your string to go through. Just maybe 3/4 of an inch from the end. Okay, and then my pump board. This is just a piece of like lattice, furring strip, anything. It has to be kind of thick so it doesn't bend. With a hole drilled in the center, bigger than the dowel, so it slides up and down very easily, doesn't jam. And then you want to drill a hole on each end for your paracord to go through. And then instead of tying a knot or whatever at the end, I tied an overhand knot and then stuck a loop in there. So now when I go to untie that, I just pull that tag in and pop, it all comes loose. Okay, as far as measurements, look on YouTube. Look at a few different videos. Once you figure out what you're doing, you don't need measurements. You really don't. You know the idea. You need a pump board with one hole in the center, bigger than the dowel, 2 holes drilled on the ends. That goes through this hole here at the top of the dowel, back down. You want to make sure it's even though, you know when you start your pumping. A hole drilled into your weight here. Basically all this does is when you push down and then you let up, this weight keeps spinning and it makes this wind its way back up. Then all you have to do is push down again. I just used a 2x4, drilled a hole in it, glued it on there. The wooden dowel, might as well call it a chuck, is not glued on either. I just crammed it on there. So when you go to use this, what you do is you wind it up first. Okay? Then it's ready to go. You just push down. And she's ready to go. Now, when it's going to wind up, let up on the weight. Don't keep pushing down when it's rewinding. If you do, it's not going to work on you. It's going to feel like it wants to slow up on you. So, that's it. There's nothing to it. I used nothing special, just what I had around the house. And that's it. Hope that helps, people.